Let me ask you something. If your job disappeared tomorrow, not gradually, not with warning, just gone, how would you feel? Not the brave answer, the honest one. Because most people think the stress comes after something goes wrong. In reality, it's already there, quietly humming in the background. That's why that phone call feels like a cliff. And today I want to show you why so many capable, hard-working people get stuck in stage 1, and what actually changes when you cross into stage 2. I'm Chris. I built a multi-million-pound property portfolio while working full-time and bringing up a family. And today I live on my passive income. But I didn't start here. I carried the pressure alone for years, and it took a toll. I learnt the hard way, so you don't have to. In the last video, I walked you through the full roadmap, from the gap to Gain, the 4 stages. Today we're zooming right in on the first 2, because if you get these wrong, nothing else works. Higher income, investing, passive income, all of it ends up sitting on fragility. But if you get these right, everything changes faster than you expect. Stage 1 doesn't feel like failure. That's the problem. It feels like being responsible. It feels like doing okay. It feels like being tired, but telling yourself that's just adulthood. You earn decent money. The bills get paid. Just. Credit fills the gaps, and every month feels like it ends a little sooner than it should. You're not reckless. You're not buying yachts or sports cars. It's the small stuff. The takeaway because it's been a long day. The upgrade because we deserve it. The £18 here, £40 there, £60 you forgot about. The £25 direct debit you meant to cancel 3 years ago. Nothing outrageous, but together enough to make sure there's never any air. And the defining feature of stage 1 isn't income, it's fragility. You're living right at the edge of a cliff. One problem, the car, the boiler, reduced hours, redundancy, and there's nothing between you and the drop. Most people don't call that stage 1. They just call it normal. And because it feels normal, people try to skip it. They jump straight to investing or making more without ever fixing the exposure. People don't stay stuck in stage 1 because they're bad with money. They stay stuck because they're living in relief mode. Life is heavy. Work takes a lot. So money becomes emotional. Spending isn't about wants. It's about relief. Relief from pressure. Relief from tiredness. Relief from feeling like life is all responsibility and no reward. So the system becomes, I'll deal with it later. I'll earn more. I'll sort it next month. Without realizing it, you're not managing money, you're avoiding a feeling. That's why advice alone doesn't work here. The thing that breaks stage 1 isn't more tips, it's one honest look at the numbers. For me, stage 1 broke on a Tuesday night. 11:30, house quiet, laptop open. Not budgeting, not planning, just finally looking. And the question wasn't clever, it was brutal. Did I actually spend less than I earned? Or not? No spreadsheets, no percentages, no rules from the internet, just the truth. If £3,000 came in and £2,900 went out, there was a gap. Tiny, unimpressive, but real. And if £3,000 came in and £3,200 went out, that wasn't a gap, that was a trap. That tiny, boring gap is the first brick. You're not building a platform, you're building a wall, brick by brick, right at the edge of the cliff. Stage 1 is where you learn to lay the bricks. Stage 2 is where the wall starts to protect you. And if the bricks aren't there, you're not in stage 2. You're just earning more while still living on the edge. There's a line I've heard recently that stuck with me. If you can't afford it twice, you can't afford it. Not because it's clever, but because it exposes fragility. If buying something empties you, stresses you, or needs recovery time, it's not a flex, it's a liability. Because it removes a brick from the wall you're trying to build. Stage 1 is full of things you can just about afford. Stage 2 begins when you stop doing that. Let me show you what stage 2 actually looks like. Someone close to me lost their job recently. Out of the blue, no warning, no runway. There was shock, of course there was, but panic didn't follow, because there was a wall. Not a year of money, not never work again money, just a few months of bricks stacked high enough to stop the fall. That's what your gap is supposed to build, brick by brick, until it becomes a simple emergency buffer. And inside that space, something remarkable happened. Calm. Decisions instead of reactions. Options instead of fear. Time instead of desperation. If they'd still been in stage 1, that same phone call would have meant instant panic. That's the difference. Stage 2 isn't wealth, it's stability. Stage 2 feels quiet. Your shoulders drop. You stop checking your bank app compulsively. Unexpected bills become annoying instead of catastrophic. You're still working, life is still busy, but there's a wall between you and the edge. And here's the key. Stage 2 isn't built by earning more, it's built by keeping more. Most people increase their lifestyle as fast as they increase their income. That's why they stay exposed. Stage 2 people protect the wall. This is where discipline beats income. Not extreme discipline, not monk-level sacrifice. Just this. Once a month, same place, same question. Did I create a gap or a trap? That's how the bricks get laid, month by month, until you've got a real wall instead of a cliff. If there's a gap, protect it. If there's a trap, face it. That's it. No finance theatre, no colour-coded spreadsheets, just honesty, repeated. I didn't move from stage 1 to stage 2 because I was smart. I moved because I stopped avoiding the truth. Stage 1 feels normal until it breaks you. Stage 2 feels boring until it saves you. And once you've lived with a wall between you and the edge, you'll never want to go back. In the next video, I'll break down stage 2 properly, how to build stability without overcomplicating it, and how people accidentally sabotage themselves right here. So tell me in the comments, honestly, if your income stopped tomorrow, would you panic or would you pause? Because there is another way, and it starts earlier and simpler than you've been led to believe.